everybody. It's Monday. It's time for some restorative yoga. We're going to do some specific runners restorative yoga today. And here we go. Here's Cinnamon coming out to say hello. Let's get started. Let's just do a little wake-up warm-up. Yoga warm-up to get started. Doing better on my knee poses today. Okay. Hey, Cinnamon. We like to see our Cinnamon with yoga. All right, let's take a nice neck roll each side. Don't forget to start your watches. There we go. Oh. Roll that head from side to side. Let's get the shoulders a little bit. Forward and back. Take one arm across. Gently, gently. And behind, front. Stretching that shoulder muscle out. One more time. Gentle pull. Other arm, cross, pulse, back, cross one more time, cross, tiny twist to the right. You can do all this standing or sitting, whatever you like. Just ended up in this position today. And to the left, all stretched out. Let's warm up our legs a little bit. Ooh, stretch that leg out. Little pre-warming up for the hammies. You can tell I've been running a lot. I actually had to put my foot brace back on. My foot was a little swollen this morning. Whew. And there we go. All right, let's do standing. We're going to do a nice hamstring stretch. Step back. So just put your heel out and reach down toward that toe. We're going to hold a little bit longer than you would normally for pre-run stretching. The longer you hold these poses, the deeper you can get into it, the more benefit. You can see, you can feel it. Reach just a little bit farther. And release. Other side, heel to the ground, toes up, reach forward. Reach for that toe. You may not get it, that's okay. Feel the stretch in the lower back and the hamstrings. A few more seconds and we'll reach a little farther. Here we go, reach a little farther. Woo! And release. Woo. Standing quad stretch. So be cautious with this. The angle of your knee, if your knee doesn't cooperate, then just bend your leg. If you can, grab your ankle. And literally, you're just holding your ankle up to the booty. Nothing crazy, nothing out here or whatnot. Just keep the knees together. Stretch that quad. You should feel it in the right quad. Hang onto a wall or a chair if you need to. The point, this isn't a balance pose. This is a stretching pose. Hold this for a few more seconds. We'll do the other side. And release. Other side. Make sure to keep those knees together in line. And just bring the heel up to the booty if you can. If not, you can modify. Just hold the bent leg. Just hang on to it here. Feel the stretch in the quad. Scrumptious stretching. and release. Whew. Next, standing chest opener. Okay, so we're going to put our hands, clasp our hands behind, open that chest up, and lean forward, bringing the hands up in the back as far as you can or as little as you can. It just is a flexibility issue. Some people can go way up. Some people, this is going to be enough. Get those arms as high as you can. That's about as far as I can go. It's not very far for me. My shoulders are not very flexible right now. And release. All right. IT band stretch. Ooh, let's roll those shoulders a little bit in between. Even that out. Okay, IT band stretch. So cross one leg over the other. And we're going to come down. Bending. You'll feel it. I've got my right leg crossed over and I'm feeling it in my left IT band. You can even use your knee as a prop. And just hang on to that. A few more seconds. Hi, honey. So sweet. Baby likes yoga. The baby likes yoga. Ooh, starting to feel that in the hip the longer we hold it. And slowly come up, and let's release that. Put the other foot in the front. Cross. And down. Remember, this is stretching. Let the body, your body's weight, the weight of your torso, let that pull down. Just let your arms hang. You're going to feel it in the IT band, on the, whichever foot is in the back. Basically, you're going to feel it in that one, in the hip flexor. Stretch into that. Woo. A few more seconds here. Feel that next section release. Breathe into it. And slowly come up and release. And we're going to go down into down dog. And then we've got some lunges. Okay, first down dog of the day. Woo! Those shoulders leaning in, pushing toward the ground, toward the mat. I'm a little slippery today because I'm on carpet. I should have brought my mat up. I should have had my mat out. Remember, just pedal those legs. Get that all warmed up. Whew. Bend from the waist, from the hips. Drive those shoulders closer to the ground, to the mat. Doesn't matter if your heels touch. Whew. Awesome. And then we're going to bring our right foot forward into a runner's lunge. You can drop the knee if you like. Whew, for balance. I'm going to stretch it out. Just reach into that lunge. You can feel it in the quad here and in the glute on the other side. Whew. I can actually feel it in the core as well. Whew. And now we're going to reach and twist, leaning into it. It's almost like a lungy triangle pose. You can be up on your toes if you like as well. release. We're going to add in a little pose in here. Let's go back on the heel. Do that alternate stretch before we get to the quad stretch, the kneeling quad stretch. All right, knee back up, and let's grab that ankle in the back. Woo! Nice balance. And just grab that ankle in the back, if you can, without falling over. I'm sure y'all get tickled with my silliness on these videos. It's all about modification, adjustment as you go, and just trying to get there. All right, release. Let's add in one more stretch this direction. That feels good. Whew. And let's change legs. All right. Lunge it forward. You can be up on your toes if you like, or drop the knee. I'm going with the dropped knee today. Stretch out that quad, the hip flexor, the glute, this side. Let's reach it forward and twist. Woo. Definitely feel that in the hips today. Whew. Just hang out here for a sec. And release. Whew, I felt that in my back. Whew. And straighten out that leg. Let's stretch it that way for a second before we go for the heel quad stretch on the other side. And knee back up. And grab that ankle behind you. Remember, you can use all kinds of props in yoga. I'm using the walls today. You can use straps, bolsters, blankets, walls, furniture, stairs. We'll get to that in a few sessions as well. I'm working on a program using the stairs as props. Feel that nice good stretch in that quad. And release. Let's add that front stretch back in. Woo. Oh. Whew. And release. Let's come to a seated position. Legs straight out in front. Whew. Let's just wiggle those legs for a second. Those lunges are strenuous. It gets pretty deep in there, so let's just undo all of that. The tension there, that feels good. Now let's do our forward bend, both legs at the same time. So you're just going to make sure that your back is nice and straight and you're hinging from the hips forward. It doesn't matter how far you get, just the effort to move forward toward the toes. If it's extremely hard, you can always bend the knees and come in. But try to keep the legs straight, toes flexed, and we'll just reach toward the toes. Eventually we'll get there. This is what I've got today. Ooh, you can feel those hamstrings are stretching. Feels good. Tingly, activated. A little bit further. A little bit further. Oh. At this point, you could also use a strap around your feet and pulling in toward your feet. And get that benefit, the same benefit. And release. Woo. Right leg over left. Sit up tall. Grab that leg. Right arm behind. And twist to the right. Nice seated twist. See if you can get the sole of your foot flat on the ground. If not, that's something to work toward. I'm almost there. Few more breaths here. And slowly come back to center. And let's unwind and do the other side. Left leg over right, and you'll find that maybe each side of your body is a little different. Whew. Twist to the left. Make sure your back is straight. We're holding these twists. Breathe deep. Breathe into the area that feels a little congested, a little tight. I'm going to recognize that, work on that area. Noticing where there's tightness or discomfort, work through that. As they say, embrace the discomfort. Just recognize it. No need to react. Just recognize. A few more breaths here. And release. Go down into our figure 4. Right leg over left. Let's grab that left leg, pull in, can flex and point, flex and point, flex and point. Keep that right foot flexed. A little bit more activation. You can feel it in the glute. Hold it just a few more breaths. We'll feel that next layer release. And flex and point, flex and point, flex and point, flex and point. And release. Other leg, left knee, left leg over right. Reach through. Pulling that right leg in. Make sure that your hips are ground in. And flex and point, 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 and flex. Pull in a little deeper. Feel that secondary release. The longer you hold these poses, the more beneficial. We're all busy. It's hard to spend a long time in each pose, but a minute or two will do you some good. And flex and pose, flex and point, flex and point, flex and point, flex and point. And release. And grab both of the knees. And let's do our lovely lower back roll. That's always good. And release. We're going to stay on our back here for this last section. So we're just going to take our legs straight up, or as straight as you can. Again, if you have a strap, you can use that to pull your feet in towards you. We're just going to do a nice gentle pulse. And release. Whew. Roll a little bit side to side. That feels good. Let's do that again. I'm changing the workout a little bit from what I have written down. Sometimes you got to improvise. Legs straight up. Let's pulse. Release. Legs to the side, rolling to the sides. Release that lower back. We'll do that one more time. And legs up. And pulse. And release. Rolling to the sides. And let's take a nice glute bridge. And just hold it for a minute. Grab your ankles if you can. Try to touch them. Kind of work a bridge up into a wheel pose at a certain point. Let's just hold it here. A few more breaths. And release gently, gently. Back to our lower back roll. Woo. And one leg at a time. Stretch that right leg out. Point and flex, point and flex, point and flex, point and flex, point and flex. And release to the ground. Whew. Both knees, roll it out. Left leg straight out. Point and flex, 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 point. Hold it. And release. Let's do that one more time. Both knees. Back rolling. Right leg straight out. Point and flex, point and flex, point and flex, point and flex. Your leg should be about 2 inches off the ground. So you're working all the muscles in the back of your leg in this hold, active hold. And release. Pull both knees up together. Roll. Left leg straight out. Point and flex. Point, flex, point, flex, point, flex, point, flex, point, and hold. And release. Both knees. Awesome. Just release that. Put the soles of the feet to the ground, and we're just going to take a slight twist to the right. Just drop the knees to the right. Left arm straight out. Right arm you can cactus or straight out, gazing to the left. So we've got a nice laying twist, supine twist. Feel the release in the hip flexor, the glute, the side abs, obliques. Get in on this. I've actually done a lot of sneaky arm work today too. It's pretty cool. The poses work other things than what you think you're working. And a day or so later you're like, wonder why that hurts. Oh, yes, we did 1,000,000 down dogs. Yeah. We didn't do very many down dogs today, but don't worry, we'll get back to them. to the center, and drop those knees to the left, right arm straight out, gazing to the right. Let that lower back release. Breathe into the side. And release to center. Arms stretched wide. Legs straight out. Relax, relax, relax. Get those hip bones situated. You're firmly on the ground. No bowing in the back. You're flat, flat on the mat. Arms outstretched. Let the feet fall apart. Close your eyes for a minute. And just breathe and let the day fall away. Let the weekend fall away. Let all the stressors going on around you, affecting you, let them fall away. If just for a couple minutes. Just breathe. Now start to bring awareness back into your body. Wiggle those toes, wiggle your fingers, open those eyes, move those arms around, whatever feels good. Bring those knees back up. And we're going to bring our knees to one side gently, gently, gently. Come back up to a seated position. It's easy to get dizzy if you come up too quickly from a yoga pose, so bear that in mind always. Nice and gentle, be gentle with yourself. Let's just do a nice head stretch, neck stretch to finish up. To the right, and then gently to the left. Let's get those triceps real quick. Ooh. And release, other side. And release. Namaste. Thank you for joining me today. Hope you had a good experience, and have a great rest of your day. See you guys later. Bye.